Welcome to episode number 28 of Ultimate Tech Talk with Joel Phillips. I am CEO of ProShark and CTO of Strategic Advisor Board. This series is focused on digital footprint, everything digital, and we have a long list of topics to go before we get to the end of any discussion on digital presence. So this is episode 28. Today, or to take you backwards a little bit, we're finishing a series on websites, web presence. We've spent the last couple of weeks on CMS platforms, what makes them valuable. Yesterday, we talked about template sites versus custom sites and why you would need one or the other. And today, we're just about finished up with our website series. Today, we're going to take a look at e-commerce. We're going to spend a couple of days looking at e-commerce, and especially since 2020, there was a huge influx of e-commerce businesses that wanted to get online, take advantage of the online shopping. But really, over the course of the last decade, people have been transitioning to online. And when I say that, people have been transitioning to, number one, validating their purchase decision online. And now there's a majority, over 90% is the last estimate I read, who start their purchase process online and validating the product or service that they're thinking about buying. So it's really critical that websites, they're no longer an option, number one. Number two, they're the first impression that you will have online. So a customer will, based on your website, make a decision on whether or not to do business with you. But number three is the movement towards online shopping, because you've got the transition to making a decision online and starting the process there. But imagine, or take that one step further, if people can start a decision-making process online and then find the product or service online to complete the purchase once they've done their research, then that closes that convenience loop for them. Just because of the nature of the business, we'll take a look at Amazon and understand that Amazon has spent billions of dollars training consumers to shop online. So no longer is it necessary to hop in the car, go down to the store, local hardware store, grocery store, whatever, because they've made it convenient for that user to go do their research, find an array of products, and then complete the purchase decision online. They're the drivers ever since the late 90s with their projection engine that they developed. They're the drivers of creating online business, and they're the leaders in learning how to be successful at doing so. And when we say that, we are not proponents of Amazon in any way. We just understand that they've got a successful business model. So why reinvent the wheel when there's no need to? That said, it's not wrong, and I should be careful when I say that, because it's a good thing to create differentiation. Why would people use you over Amazon? Or why would they buy your product or service rather than go to Amazon for the ones that's appropriate for? Why would they use you instead of going to something like the elephant in the room, which is Amazon? So we're going to take a look at e-commerce, and we'll spend probably the next 2 days doing so. But we'll take a look at what makes some e-commerce platforms successful, what stands in the way of becoming successful doing e-commerce. There is so much noise in the marketplace that it's really imperative that you understand before going down that road that you're going to have to follow a certain set of guidelines and rules to make sure that you get heard above the noise that other people are presenting out there. Because if you don't do that, then you won't be successful with your e-com store. There are two ways to grow, and we're going to cut this short here in just a minute because we're trying to stay within our 3 to 5 minute time limits, and it's a very complex topic. So there's a few things that you need to look at. There's several ways to grow an e-commerce store. One is organically over time. It will take you a long time to grow your store organically. So if you can't grow it, if you don't want to spend the time it takes to grow it organically, then there are certain steps that you'll have to take to promote your store, make sure that your store is visible in the marketplace, and make sure that you get traffic to your store. So, and then once they're there, that they have the proper and appropriate customer journey to get from your homepage, your landing page, to the purchase decision. So I think we'll call it quits for today at that point. Tomorrow we'll start taking a look at some of the elements that are critical to a successful e-com store. It's a very complex topic in a very short period of time, so we aren't going to be able to get across all of the points we need to get across. But if you have questions, if you want to just simply talk to somebody about e-com and some of the things you need to do, don't hesitate to email us at techtips@proshark.com, techtips@proshark.com. My name's Joel Phillips. I appreciate the time you spent with us today. Hopefully we've provided value to you, and be sure and tune in tomorrow. Thanks. Have a great day.